TJ Dillashaw is in the studio.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
You have done something. Every now and then, there's a fight where I think, man, it'd be so good if he could win. I know nobody thinks he can win because that's all anybody was telling me, and I got my opinions, and I would have said, yeah, okay, I don't think he. And I remember talking to Aubrey because I'm with Anna, and I'm like, TJ, huh? Going for the title. He's like, yep. I'm like, is he nervous? And he's like, no, man, he's pretty confident. And I'm like, I just feel like that would be a lot of pressure to fight this guy who had won, what, how many fights? 30?
35, I think.
35 fights in a row. In a row, Michael. 35.
Virtually unprecedented.
He chopped down everybody. But I also saw an interview. You got like some sort of mental game. I mean, you've obviously changed your strike, everything on your footwork and your striking. Who's that? Why? How did you? I don't remember you being this good.
Dwayne, he's actually here with me. He's going to the bathroom right now.
He is?
Yeah, Dwayne Ludwig.
Yeah.
Yeah. I owe a lot of it to him. Obviously, I was a good athlete.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Before he showed up, but I owe a lot of it to him. He developed me as a striker big time, and I'm almost more comfortable on my feet now than I am even on the ground, even though I was coming as a wrestler.
Yeah, you got footwork that is. I mean, it's there's every now and then there's somebody that can float around, and I'm like, I don't know how long he's gonna float around like that, but I can tell that he's moving around way easier than your average person can move around because you can tell that they look floaty.
Yeah. Light on your feet, always having a good base underneath you. It's just the reps of drilling it over and over and over again. You know, it just kind of it comes with it. The cardio comes with it because of it, and just things come easier when you're moving.
So you're a really good wrestler, and then you go hang out, and you're real good, and made it to the Ultimate Fighter thing, and then that fight that was over. You got caught real quick.
Yeah.
I was there for that fight. That was I didn't like that day at all. It ruined me. I was sick, and I watched Mayhem just get destroyed by Bisping, and I was like, we were back in the UFC, man. We're gonna party. Oh shit, we're not partying at all. We're done. We're crushed.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Yeah, I got caught early by John Dotson in the finals. I wasn't as safe on my feet. I was kind of just guns a-blazing. I felt like I was invincible, just going to go after him, and I got clipped. The fight, I feel like got stopped a little early, didn't give me a chance to fight out of it, but, I did get clipped.
So from there to, hey, can you fix a microphone over here? No, he did it himself. What can he do?
Shit figured out.
Dwayne.
I got it covered.
Love you. You're hired. I know you're busy. Otherwise, it'd be great to have you here. But you have turned. What's your team? Team
Alpha Male.
Yeah, Team Alpha Male. You can talk.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Bring it.
You turned them into. I mean, TJ looks like a different person. Do you think you look like Dominic Cruz in any way with your feet?
I tried using a lot of his footwork for this fight. Like 2 years ago, the people were asking me about Renan Barão because he's going to be the interim champion. Who's a tougher fight? I said Renan Barão is more dangerous, but Dominic Cruz is a tougher fight. I feel like Cruz's footwork will beat Renan Barão. I was saying that for a long time. I actually cornered Uriah in his first fight against Renan, and I wanted him to move a lot more. Uriah is a good counterpuncher and kind of stood in front of him, which I wanted him to do differently. I wanted him to move, and since I was able to coach him through that and learn from that process, it's just kind of what I took under my camp.
So, Dwayne, who else have you turned into? I'm not saying you weren't a monster in the first place. Anybody in the UFC is a monster,
all
but
these guys.
In the first 15 seconds of this fight, I'm like, what the? I don't remember you ever looking like that. There was like a big change, and everyone talks about you and how you've turned everybody on there. You've got all their striking going because there's always that thing with MMA fighters don't have that good of hands or some bullshit. Yeah. You looked. I couldn't believe it, and because all I wanted was for you to. I tweeted you. I was like, if you win, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off because everybody thinks you're gonna lose, and I don't like that other guy really. Yeah. I don't hate him or anything, but he's not my style.
For sure.
And I was like, it'd be so funny if you. But it wasn't like you accidentally clipped him. You beat the shit out of him the whole time. Yeah. He had no chance. He didn't even look like the same guy.
Yeah, he definitely outclassed him in all aspects. The wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, and the striking for sure. The speed, athleticism, everything in every aspect of the mixed martial art game, TJ is better than Renan Barão at. It was proven.
And having this guy believe in me like that too, going into this fight, is what helped me with my confidence and just knowing that I could beat him on my feet. I was gonna beat him at his own game. Supposedly he's a sniper in striking, you know, and he's just a dangerous guy. But
swings pretty right.
Oh yeah, he's a big dude for the weight class too.
Yeah.
And so he's fast, and I just knew that I'd be faster than him, and that I had the speed and athleticism, like you were saying, to beat him on my feet as well. And I just had to mix it up. And he was lost the entire fight. Didn't know where I was at.
Yeah, I know. It was amazing.
Do you think Barao had a bad fight, or do you think you made him have a bad fight?
I made him have a bad fight. You know, I feel like I said it for a while now. That's the kind of guy that's going to beat him. He is a great athlete at slowing people down and making them stand in front of him and using his powerful Muay Thai. You know, he's done it every fight, and for 35 fights straight, he's made people slow down, stand in front of him, and clip him with a big shot, spinning back kick. And there was no way he was going to be able to set those kicks or those big punches up on me if I was moving my feet. So,
It was amazing.
thank you.
Maybe one of the greatest displays I've ever seen in the UFC. The way you were moving around, I'm like, man, you're on that level of those freak guys where I can tell, like Anderson Silva, there's certain things he does. He had a bad fight a long time ago where he was being emotional and didn't finish the guy. I can't remember who it was. But everyone's like, oh, that was the worst fight ever. I'm like, not if you just watch this guy move around. He's fucking floating. Does anybody understand what that is? Just the way he moves around, you can tell his legs versus gravity. It's not the same for him that it is for others.
Have you seen the movie The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy? No.
Bruce Leroy. Yeah.
Last Dragon,
It's only one movie. It's
He
real
started
old, right?
glowing at the end. Yeah, it's an older movie.
Yeah.
That was TJ. Tell me he wasn't glowing in that fight. he was on another level, 100%. He was just glowing in that fight. I've watched it a lot. I watched it a ton, and it's just fun just to sit back and watch with a calm, cool perspective and just see all the ninja techniques take place.
Have you always held pads for people before when you were fighting in the UFC? Did you hold pads?
Not as much as I'm doing now. I've
But
always
you used to do it when you're a good fighter.
A
I mean,
little
sorry,
bit, yeah.
when you haven't retired. You
I'm
would
not
and
officially
in the
retired,
gym
but
you'd be
I'm
like,
not trying
hey,
to fight again. Yeah.
right. But in the gym you would help other people.
Yes, sir. And the way we train, like Holland drill style with the mitts and the pads and stuff, we always train that way anyway. So it wasn't too hard for me to pick it up, but I've gotten better at it over the last year and a half with these guys. So it's been good. I'm learning just as much as they are as well.
Did you ever plan on being a coach?
Yes. Yeah, I knew I was going to be a coach since I was a child. I was going to be a martial artist, coaching guys, and have my own academy and everything. This has been planned out since
This
I was
guy's
a kid.
got a plan for everything. If you
Yeah.
haven't realized already, he
do.
had a plan on how to drive here, on the way to come up the
Yeah.
elevator. Like he's got everything figured out in his head before he's doing it.
Yeah.
So you're one of those people that you got hit in the head a lot, but it didn't. You got like a thick skull because your brain still fully works.
It still fully works.
It seems like it's pretty advanced.
It's going
for a
good,
fighter,
yeah.
it's. I mean, I've seen
Yeah,
you
it's
fight,
like-
dude. You got hit in the face a lot too.
Yeah,
Like,
and I was just blocking punches with my face. I was jacking up his knuckles. You guys go see their knuckles.
Yeah, you made them pay. It's funny. I bet you they actually did hurt their hands. on your
for
face.
sure.
So you had the plan, and now you get in with these guys, and you're like, look, man, let me hold some pads, and next thing you know, is Uriah a way better striker now because of you?
I think everybody's improved in all aspects of the game. There was a study that was done, and everyone's wrestling got better as far as completing the takedowns, their striking, their accuracy, the power shots, the defensive as well, submission defense, takedown defense. In every aspect of the game, they've improved. Not getting hit and hitting.
And it all,
It's crazy.
I mean, it all improves because people are scared of your striking now. It's so much easier to take someone down when they're afraid of getting hit. You know, to set up your takedowns with punches, it's so much easier. To set up your strikes with takedowns, it's even easier. So by learning, when we were such great grapplers and wrestlers, and we were good stand-up artists as well before Dwayne got there, but just to a whole nother level. When you're at the top of the UFC or the top of any sport, it takes just that 1 or 2% of getting better that makes you go through the roof, and that's what he brought.
You're 11th, right?
And what?
In the bantamweight division.
No, I was 4th.
11th pound for pound.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have me.
11th
Some of them
pound
have
for
me
pound,
like
just-
9th and stuff like that for pound for pound. But
Okay.
I was 4th in the
Are you number
bantamweight
one
division.
now?
Now I'm number 1.
That's just how they do it. You get the belt, then you're the number one ranked guy.
What are they gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's people that
Oh,
are
yeah.
Yeah.
up there where I'm like, wait a minute, how does that really work?
Yeah,
It's
those
confusing.
rankings are always a bit silly anyway.
Yeah, and they change a lot too.
Yeah, as they should, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's wearing the belt, so that's what matters.
So now that you've done this, you got the belt. Everybody's talking about because all fighters want to do is get better.
Yeah.
That's the
And
process, yeah.
Team Alpha Male is you have a belt.
Yeah.
You you've always looked good, but that day, and you can't argue, you looked way better than you've ever looked.
No can delete.
Whatever he's done, everybody wants him to do it. I know all fighters. Did you get called now? Is there a bunch of people that want
I got hit up quite a bit.
Join your gym?
There's definitely some attention my way. That's for sure.
Like if I could actually, if I was at that level, I would go, okay, I need to move to where you guys are.
That's the thing though. Like these guys are already world class, dedicated athletes.
Yeah.
And if they have the potential, I think I can help find it, but I can't create some guy off the street to be a UFC champion.
What about somebody, say, like King Mo Lawal? Like
I can help anybody.
Because I feel like that guy has a lot of natural talent, but he's sort of just lazy
But
now,
the thing, too, like, these guys are very coachable. They're very open-minded. They don't mind working hard and doing what I ask. And we have a great relationship, that's for sure. And it's
you get angry at him?
I get angry all the time. I get angry at you for interrupting me, even though it's your podcast.
It's not a podcast. Don't worry, I won't get angry at that.
But, yeah, I'm definitely emotional and passionate about my guys. I care about them for sure.
Do you yell back at him, TJ?
Oh, no way. I got to show the respect to the coach. It's kind of a martial arts thing, I mean, obviously I show the utmost respect for this guy, and that's why we've gotten so close, too, is because the appreciation I show towards him and, the things that he's taught me, I've just caught on to so fast, and it's just kind of been, he took me under his wing and just made me who I am.
He's kind of like your dad.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah.
You're the dad of all
these people? He's my second father, yeah.
I definitely.
He acts.
I'm the trainer.
He definitely acts kind of like like his second father almost.
I like that for him for sure.
For sure. I mean, he cares that much too. I mean, you saw him in the ring after my fight. I mean, he has the utmost care about how I performed. He was way more nervous than I was for the fight.
That was bullshit.
And you could see it.
And you should be. This is not even a.
Well, he can't control it. He can try to. Like you said, it's like a video game for me.
I know, but you turned him into something that makes.
I helped, is all. Yeah.
You made no.
He helped a lot.
I was like, you guys made a monster. This guy's. I don't remember thinking that you, in any of the fights I watched, you think that you could beat that guy.
Yeah.
But and you didn't move the same.
No.
As soon as you started, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, my last two fights, I picked up some good movement. After my Sensei fight, I left it too close to the judges, so I decided to start picking people apart a little bit more, and I learned a lot from that loss. And I came in and dominated Easton with some good footwork and movement, and so I continued to use it and just got better at it and used it in my my Barao fight. And you can tell a difference from the 5 fights that he's been here, how much better I've gotten. I've ran through quite a few guys and have gotten so much better. I came from being ranked like top 30 or 20 to being a champion in a year and a half. So that's been a crazy ride, and it's been awesome. Yeah.
Does Dana call you and say, this is who you're fighting next, or does he just say congratulations?
He called me and told me congratulations, but he was heading out to Berlin for the fights that just happened.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be getting back this week, and I fly out to meet with him, and we'll probably talk about my next fight.
Is he going to give you $1 million?
I wish.
That doesn't make any sense. I feel like what you did for the UFC, every now and then, I feel like normal people, there's a lot more normal people that watch it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if you get a fight where they're on the ground a lot, I get why some people wouldn't give it a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody stumbled onto that fight, I feel like it's one of those Forrest Griffin, Stephen Bonner kind of things. I mean, you were really... I mean, he wasn't giving up, but man, that was a crazy beatdown.
I mean, I gotta hone in on whatever I did, just kind of that same mentality of going into a fight. Because man, I had so much fun too. Like with the pressure of a title fight, it's hard to get your mind off of. You're always thinking about you're adding this pressure to yourself. But me and my camp just made sure to turn it into fun. Kind of thinking that people would pay ridiculous amounts of money to be in that situation, and so I kind of turned it into just like joking around the whole week, having a good time, not even thinking about the fight. We got to take over the UFC Instagram, and we were doing like funny videos and stuff, hitting mitts in random places, like on the airplane. Me and my cornerman were hitting mitts. On the baggage claim, going around in circles, hitting mitts and filming it, just having fun with it. And people are giving me shit, like that I'm not concentrating on the fight. But it's like that's kind of what I don't want to concentrate on the fight because it adds too much pressure.
Yeah.
I want to
save it for the day.
Exactly. Just be in the moment and enjoy everything you're doing. It made it so much more fun. And I seriously could have had the fight go extra rounds if I didn't want that belt around my waist as soon as possible.
You didn't look like you were getting tired at all.
I mean, at some points in the fight, I'd have to take a deep breath and be like, all right, I can feel the fatigue, but I was on such a rush and such a high, I felt like that I could have went forever. The adrenaline rush kept me going.
How long did it take before you knew you were going to win?
I knew for sure after the third round I was going to win. Like, I just knew. He hit me a couple times. I came down, sat in the corner. I was like, dude, he's got nothing on his punches from me. There's no way he's hitting me. After the second, I had an idea. You know, because I dropped him in the first. I was like, damn, that was crazy. That was a sweet round. I mean, people are gonna remember that round. That round was awesome. You know.
So you were. Everyone's nervous then.
Oh yeah.
Because you've improved and you got it all together. Teams together. This guy's still a killer. He's the killer of killers. Yeah. And you dropped him in the first. It's funny that because I would have thought you knew you were going to beat him in the first round because you looked like you were a way better fighter. But
well, I knew I could beat him.
Second.
Before the fight even started, I knew I could beat him.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a tall feat to tackle, but I knew that I could beat him. I had the utmost belief going in there, you know. But after how smoothly the first round went, I sat down, I was like, damn, I'm sick, you know. And so I was like, don't change the plan, continue to do what I'm doing in the second round. And when it worked out after the second round, I was like, dude, I got this fight. This is mine.
You should be rich and you got like new sponsors after you became Bantamweight UFC champion of the world.
Not at this moment.
You got a UFC belt. You not at this moment. What's going on?
No, I've been doing nothing but radio shows, TV shows, and traveling around and putting my face out there right now.
You need to be sponsored by Nike.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I've really thought about that. Nike's a huge company, and I think I'd love to support them. You know,
it makes sense.
Yeah,
because you're the best.
Nike and On It would go good together. You know.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good point.
Both really good.
Dwayne could have Nike shit on too. You get hooked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Too.
Throw some shoes here and there.
Oh, yeah, he'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, you guys are really happy and you
we enjoy our life for sure. Definitely good friends, man, teammates and family and everything. The whole team though, everyone's giving me a bunch of credit for turning the team around. I think I've helped. But, you know, I get help TJ get a little bit better. He helps Chad get a little bit better. Helps February get a little bit better. So, and it's these guys, the whole iron sharpens iron. It's totally true. So, it's not just me, although I help, but everyone helped together. And we have a great cornerman. Justin Buckles is awesome. And our jiu-jitsu coach, Fabio Prada. Like, we seriously have a great team right now of people.
I'll say. Is Uriah now? I want to know if he's been training with Duane all this time. Does Uriah come out and look different as well?
He's definitely gotten better in certain aspects. Uriah is awesome at what he does. He's got this crazy style that works for him, but he's gotten so much better at certain things since Dwayne's been here too. Like his kicks are unbelievable now. Like he never could throw like good head kicks. He just couldn't really do it. He just didn't have the technique down. He could throw awesome head kicks. His combos have changed. They've been longer and more powerful, but he's still the same old Uriah that's going to dominate the way he
stands really far apart. His legs are really far apart. Is that something you'll be working on, or is that just he's so fast like that it doesn't matter?
To tighten up a bit better, have the feet closer together for different reasons. But yeah, it's funny you picked that up. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I just feel like that would be, if his hands were more like yours. I don't think he has bad hands. He's fast as shit. But if they were,
he's a fucking athlete.
Yeah.
Do I have to watch my mouth? Sorry.
No,
I get excited.
Satellite radio.
Okay.
So you can do it.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Get it out.
Yeah, but I always thought that like for him to fight the other guy, Henan Barao, whatever, with his stance, because that kick is existing.
Yeah, and if you're standing in front of him without moving, you're gonna get kicked a lot. Like that's what he wants. He wants you to stand right there. He uses the long reach that he's got, and he uses his powerful kicks, and he takes advantage of it. So
see, that's why I'm sweating your eye now, because I feel like if he's with Dwayne, then he knows how to do this footwork that TJ does. So now
there's a couple things. I think more athletes are open to change and open to different suggestions, and that's just me. I just offer suggestions. Here's some things you can do. You can pick and choose what you want. And TJ and I, we've come together a bit closer because we understand each other more. And Faber's got a good skill set. Like I don't want to change that too much. I just want to add to it, and he's fair to pick and choose what he wants.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah, all of us are different fighters. Like he can't teach the same stuff to me that he can teach to Chad Mendes or Justin.
You were less polished when you came along. You were just like a super athlete that had an awesome wrestling background, so he can form you as to Uriah has a stance. That would be really, if I stood a certain way for over 10 years and then someone's like, hey, completely stand a different way and throw different punches, I'd be like, what?
To change things for sure, and TJ wasn't as set in stone in his stance and stuff, so he's just more open-minded with certain things too, and Uriah's successful at it for sure, and there's different, plus and minuses for that wide stance, but I definitely want to have some different variations for sure.
Who's the Thai guy that hangs out with Uriah? Is that your friend?
Yeah, Master Tong.
Master Tong.
Yeah, he's a master holding the mitts for sure. He's a ninja holding mitts, 100%.
Well, he was like a champion of Muay Thai or something, right?
I don't know his exact credentials. I mean, he's trained quite a few champions, and I don't know if he's a champion himself, but he grew up in Thailand. He's an illegal immigrant. He's ridiculous.
What do you think?
He's a master at the mitts.
What do you think about him when he's in someone's corner? And I just want to know. I want to know if any of you noticed that he constantly gets in front of the camera One, he won't stop getting in front of the camera. Two, he's got his fucking sunglasses on.
Yeah, that's
Like,
Tong be tripping though, for real. Like
This is a
real.
one
He's
moment
awesome.
in your day where I think you should take those off so you can really see what's going
We're
on.
indoor, motherfucker.
Yeah, and we're inside. It's
awesome.
nighttime.
Yeah, he's badass.
So
man.
Master Tong's all about the bling. He's Thai people are kind of like that. They want to be super flashy. So he cuts off the sleeves of whatever shirts he gets. He like shreds them up so they look all fancy or whatever. He wears his big sunglasses. He's got this
You got a
shiny
fucking headband on.
headband, giant
Yeah.
shiny belt buckle
Yeah.
has a T on it for Master Tong. And like you said, if
That's what it is.
yeah, if Uriah's talking, he's behind him, like looking in the camera, looking at himself. Like he's 100% for the attention. He's all show, but it makes him like great for camera. Like we've done so much stuff with the guy that's been hilarious because he's a character, you know.
Yeah, he's
I-
awesome.
The one that made him really exist to me was Uriah and who's the lightweight champion?
Well, now it's Pettis.
No. Maybe lighter then. What's his name?
Aldo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That fight where he kicked his leg a
Oh,
lot.
okay, because the stance was too wide.
Yeah. Look, I feel like if you're that kind of Muay Thai fighter and that dude stands like that, then you're gonna kick it. You're fast and you're gonna land before he checks it because of the way he stands.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's really fast. But in that fight where his leg was getting really uncalled for her, like it was already completely fucked,
Oh yeah.
and then he'd get kicked again and he would be in the air. He landed on his back from leg kicks a couple of times. And then they went to the corner, I don't know what round it was, like third or fourth. And Master Tong is like, "You're crazy! You're crazy!" And I'm like,
That was his
"Can't
first
you
fight
get..."
season?
Yeah, I'm like,
Dude,
"Can't..."
your leg's fucked up. You're getting beat up, and you're crazy.
Like,
How is this helping me, Tong?
that's what I said! I'm like, someone needs to tell him something
Yeah.
besides he's crazy. Yes,
So-
he is. I agree, he is crazy. But we need some other shit to tell him quickly.
So-
He is in trouble.
Before Dwayne got here, we were pretty much just fighters coaching fighters. You know, the only other two cornermen we had would be Fabio Prado, our jiu-jitsu instructor, which speaks a little English. You know, he's got a really big accent as well, and Master Tong speaks hardly any English and says ridiculous stuff. So other than that, it was just kind of like fighters coaching fighters, and we did a great job doing it. But that's why we needed a head coach figure, someone that can actually speak English and give us some game plans and tell us what to do. You know, funny story. Master Tong, we're going out to Joseph Benavidez' fight. He's fighting Miguel Torres, like really, really good 135 pounder, the best in the world at the time. And Joseph's going out to fight him, and we're talking to Master Tong like, we need a game plan. You know, hey, we're all sitting in the sauna, losing weight for Joseph. Like, hey, Master Tong, you know, what's the game plan for Joseph? He's like, man, freestyle. You know, style me, no game plan. Freestyle best, you know, big hand, and so that was his game plan going into a fight. So
That's the
he
game
told
plan.
like, Joseph sitting there thinking like,
What
all
the
right, so
fuck?
we're just freestyling, and I'm gonna throw big hand. Good idea. This is
That'll
awesome.
work.
You know, so we had to kind of help Joseph out and tell him what to do, but Master Tong was more of just the entertainment and mitt holder.
Yeah.
So how does he become the corner guy for Uriah for a title?
You tell me, motherfucker.
Just
Drawing the hat or what? It wasn't a spelling contest.
somebody had to say something besides he was crazy.